Hey, let's bust one of the biggest myths I see holistic solo practitioners repeat. It's this idea that if I niche down, I'll help fewer people and make less money. It sounds spiritually intuitive. Keep it open, stay available, let the universe decide, all of these things. But here's the spoiler. The broader you keep things, the smaller your impact will actually be. Today, we're going to unpack why clarity multiplies both impact in the world and income, and why choosing a niche is really choosing integrity and going deeper into integrity. I'm going to start with a personal story. For years, I tried to be anyone's life coach. I had professional athletes one day, postpartum moms the next day, high schoolers the next. My Instagram bio said something like, empowering people to live the life of their dreams. It was inspiring and I genuinely meant it, yet it was completely and utterly vague. When I told people about the work I did, they were all about it. But then they didn't become clients. They would watch from afar, but didn't actually engage. This is a huge problem. So I kept tweaking my website copy over and over and over and over and over again, hoping the next perfect sentence would finally click for people. I kept telling myself that I was being inclusive with it all, that my work was too dynamic to niche down. I honestly and truly thought it was not possible for me to niche down because of the multifaceted nature of the work that I did. I had so many different certifications, classic Reiki to plant medicines to ontology and linguistics to formal life coaching and Kundalini yoga and breath work and meditation, all of these different things. And I didn't think that it was possible to choose one pocket to work in. So everything ended up being unclear. I was constantly exhausted. I did not know what to say, who to talk to, how to write descriptions, how my website should be. The turning point came the day I realized that copywriting felt like actual torture. I had spent 6 hours rewriting a description to an offer, again, and it still didn't feel right. It was broad. I tried to cover every angle, every possibility. It said everything and nothing at the same time. And still, it didn't feel right. It felt like a diluted version of my work. I had spent hours trying to sound open and welcoming, and I ended up sounding vague and forgettable. This happened over and over and over and over again. This was the big kicker. I was utterly exhausted from writing a description for a workshop, sitting in a nice chair at my lovely desk, typing on my nice keyboard. I was exhausted, like something's not right here. And don't even get me started with what it felt like writing copy for my website, like actual torture. Does this sound familiar? Have you been in these cycles of exhaustion and depletion before? If the act of writing what you offer causes total depletion and exhaustion and frustration, you're not alone. I've been there too, and so many others are there too. And no, it shouldn't feel like that. Not only should it not feel like that, if it keeps feeling like that, your nervous system is going to tap out and burn out. Eventually, you'll have to shift gears just to survive. And that's when talented practitioners end up shelving their work or taking side jobs that drain their purpose even further. Their work doesn't get shared with others. It doesn't get shared with the world. Their mission doesn't move forward, not because it's not meant to, not because you are not meant to serve, but because the business side was too heavy to carry. So what do? How do you get unstuck? You might not want to hear this, but niche clarity is the light that will guide you out of these cycles of exhaustion and burnout and toward consistency, momentum, and finally enough income to actually support your mission and pay your bills. Let's look at this statistic. Solo practices with a clear niche convert leads to paying clients 5 times more often than those without. Why? Clarity builds trust. Clarity builds trust because it helps people instantly say, that's me. Without that clarity, people scroll past, they ghost after discovery calls. They can't refer you to other people because they don't know how to describe you in the work that you do. So if bookings are sporadic, if sometimes you sell out a workshop and other times it's a total miss, it's probably not your price. It's probably your message. So let's deep dive into 4 reasons why staying open and broad does not equal abundance. Number 1, energy economics. Trying to speak to everyone is not actually possible. So it means rewriting everything, posts, offers, descriptions, website copy, client emails every single time. That's unpaid labor that drains billable hours. It drains your energy, it drains your confidence, it makes you feel confused. This is one of the biggest wastes of resources that you likely have going on in your solo practice right now. The good news, this is solvable. This is really solvable. Next, number 2, neural marketing. The human brain loves shortcuts. When you say, I help anyone transform, a person reads it and the brain files it under miscellaneous inspiration and moves on. On the other hand, when you say something like, I guide burned out wellness coaches to consistent 10-hour weeks, the listener's reticular activating system snaps to attention because now they can visualize the result. They know what success looks like. It becomes real, and that clarity helps them decide faster and with more confidence. Number 3, integrity and depth. Choosing a niche gives you a clear target. It gives you something and a group of people to commit to. Commitment creates mastery, and mastery deepens service. This is integrity. Niching takes you deeper into your mission. This is the shift from surface level business to something solid and lasting. When your work becomes focused, your results deepen. And when results deepen, clients talk, referrals grow, revenue stabilizes. Why is this so? Because depth, not breadth, delivers momentum. When you are thriving in your mission to serve, you will also unlock the financial breakthroughs in your business that you've been hoping for. And the last one, number 4, income multiplier. Specific outcomes justify specific pricing. When you get really clear on who you're serving, you are able to identify dream outcomes for those people. When you can deliver someone their dream outcome, price is rarely a problem. It's not that you start overcharging. It's simply that you become able to confidently charge full price for the value that you deliver, like a truly equal energetic exchange. And you can validate that price. That price becomes grounded. Instead of constantly feeling like you need to adjust or lower your prices to make your offer more attractive. For example, a general energy tune-up feels intangible. It's hard to price because your clients don't know the tangible outcome they're getting from that hour versus something like 90-day burnout to balance protocol for wellness coaches. It's very clear. It anchors in clear value. So it's easy for someone to justify the cost, whatever it is, in order to get that specific outcome because it's very clear what that outcome is. So to get you starting to think in this direction, I'm going to guide you through a little mini workshop. So grab a journal, grab a pen and paper. First, we're going to clear some things out and clear up some space with a simple boundary blessing. So you're going to write one sentence that begins with, the people I no longer serve are. The people I no longer serve are, and fill in the blank. What are those characteristics? Call them out. Don't let them continue to lurk in the shadows, to stay in the background. What are the characteristics of difficult clients for you? Or simply things that don't work for you when it comes to the people you want to serve? Call those things out. Write them down. Don't think too much. Just write what's there. Feel the relief in your nervous system. Feel the space that starts opening up. Being honest with your no's and your deal breakers when it comes to work and when it comes to clients takes you deeper into integrity. And it creates a whole newfound capacity. And that is vital to being able to expand. Okay, next, the second exercise is like a receipt review. So you are going to list 3 to 5 clients who got extraordinary results with you. But here's a key. These people needed to be repeat customers on some level. So you have seen them more than once in some capacity. Doesn't necessarily need to be the same thing over and over, but it means that they did some work with you, they left, and then they came back to do some more type of work. Once you have written their names down, think about what they have in common. Write those things down. Again, don't think too much about it. Just start jotting all of those things down. The characteristics, demographics, etc. Then start looking for patterns there. These patterns are little dewdrops of gold that you want to not only follow, but honor, no matter what they look like on the outside. Why? It's so common for us to have some romanticized idea of who our people, our perfect clients are, who we're here to serve. And this can be quietly sabotaging us in the background. We need way more neutrality when it comes to who our people are, who we're serving. Please stop trying to force things. Focus on who your work works for already. Pour energy into that, and then you can expand to other groups from there. But please focus on who your work works for already and pour your energy into there. Okay, I'm going to start wrapping up for today. When you choose a clear niche to focus on, clarity stops feeling like a cage and it starts feeling like oxygen. I'm going to say that again because it's vital for you to understand. If you nail this, the clarity will feel like oxygen to you and to your practice. So I'm going to end with this Ren reflection. Niching doesn't shrink your universe. It collapses the distance between you and the people who need you most. Yes, your work can help anyone, but to actually start thriving, your business, your practice must help someone specific. Clarity isn't a box. It's the fastest path to integrity, impact, and income. When you know exactly who you're talking to, then you can speak precisely. And when you speak with precision, the right people recognize themselves in what you say, and then they can take clear action. And this is how you free yourself to actually serve deeper and wider. If you're spinning your wheels, if you're over delivering, if you're forever updating copy, if you're forever updating your website, the medicine probably is not another strategy. It's probably having the courage to choose. So reach out to me if you feel overwhelmed and you don't know where to start. I'm here to support you and you aren't in this alone. See you next time.